All right, those are the players off the field. Let's talk about the players on the field, starting with running back Jadarian Price. The Seahawks took him in the first round. His Notre Dame teammate, Jeremiah Love, was taken 3rd overall by the Cardinals. Terry, running back yourself, the position was devalued in the NFL in recent years. Are we seeing their value of running backs returning to what it was back in years past?
Yeah, I don't know if it's getting quite back to the era like in the early 2000s or late 90s where the value was in the running back. But I think more and more as we watch teams progress into the playoffs and all the teams that are having huge success in the National Football League right now have great running backs. You understand that running is essential when it comes to winning. We always talk about it, right? Defense championships and running back. You know, you have to run the ball in order to win. You look at the Seahawks' success over the past couple of years when we won the Super Bowl. Who do we have in the backfield? Marshawn Lynch, one of the best running backs in the National Football League. We won last year. Who do we have? The MVP, right? K9. Running backs are getting their just due, and I think it's about time.
I want to get into Charbonnet in a second, but I want to go back to more with the video, though, of the young man we just saw, Jadarian Price from Notre Dame. This is a young running back that could have left Notre Dame. Terry, he could have gone anywhere. I mean, he could have started anywhere. He was loyal to the Irish. He stayed there. Just your thoughts on this draft pick. There are some out there on the national spectrum that say, you know what, that is too soon to pick that running back, especially a backup running back. I think everybody in Seattle's like, what was our number one need? It was a running back. They went out and got the best running back out there. Just your thoughts on what you've seen from him so far.
Yeah, first of all, what you said, the Seahawks went out and got what their draft need was, a running back. You know, losing Kenneth Walker was a big mark that we needed to fix. Right out the gate, I look at this guy. He was an incredible talent at Notre Dame. As you said, he could have transferred anywhere and been a number one running back at any school in America, but yet he was loyal to what his decision was. He went to Notre Dame and was an explosive running back, strong, fast. He can make guys miss in the open field. He's going to be a great addition to this team. Pairing him with Zach Charbonnet is going to be just exactly what we needed. Another thunder and lightning situation. It's almost like a thunder and thunder because this guy can bring the pain when he needs to as well. So I'm happy with this pickup, and I think it was something that the Seahawks definitely needed, and there wasn't a lot available out there on the open.
I'm going to ask a stupid question as I look at this video, Terry, and I look at you. Why do you got to have such big guns to be a running back?
Because you got to push people off you. Look, you're trying to tackle me. You're trying to get my ball. First of all, I got to hold it, right? Everybody on the field wants this thing, right? So I got to use all my strength to hold it. Yeah. And now people are coming at me. I got to get you off me. So back up.
Did you ever put any like lotion or the shiny cream on the guns to make them look?
Listen. Let me tell you. No, I didn't. Going back to what my friend Napoleon Kaufman used to tell me, he was like, if you are grungy and dirty and ashy on your elbows, that makes you look tough and intimidating. So if I'm looking scruff and gruff, you know I'm tough. Back up.
That's interesting. 26 years ago, it was a reporter by the name of Jim Foreman that told me, actually, Egan, when you go out, look gruffy, look tough, the viewers are going to love it. Don't try to pretty up and put a suit on. Just
pretty
look
sure
rough.
Foreman never told you that.
Yeah, he told me that, Paul.
And look at you now.
Yeah, look, I'm still rolling.
You're still rocking the bogey boy. Look at you. Look at your shirt right now. Rough and tough. That screams tough.
Another implied endorsement from Chris.
Thank you. We try to get one in
the logo jersey.
And I didn't even say it. Terry did. I do need to ask, though, Terry, Zach Charbonnet, should we have any concern about his return coming off of a torn ACL?
Yeah, it was a very serious injury, but I think you look at the modern medicine and the miracles that they can pull, I think we're in good shape. And I've always heard from very good sources that the Seahawks have some of the best physicians, some of the best doctors, and the best training facilities in the entire National Football League. So I feel like for him to be anywhere, this is the proper place for him to be in order to get himself back to where he was midseason last year. And I'm happy for him to get back in the mix. I don't know how soon he's going to get back in the mix, but he will be playing next year for sure.
And you guys, Paul, you think I'm joking. It was your old teammate, Terry, Damon Heward, and I'm not joking. Before team pictures, he would get on the ground and do push-ups because he would try to get the veins coming out of his arm before the picture.
That's what movie stars do before their scene, man. They do push-ups. They got dumbbells in the back, and they're like, I'm ready for my scene.
No,
you know that.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't do the baby oil and all that stuff. I did push-ups, though. We would have push-ups, and then a couple guys had dumbbells in the locker room where we get, because we know, so we'd be like, what is this? Is this an ESPN game today? Or is this an ABC? Yeah, we're doing it.
See, the truth comes out, man.
And then you roll the sleeves up. Yeah. And then back then, we had the little crop top. So we would, we had
showing off the six-pack.
Not so much anymore.
Well, just one more question about Charbonnet. He is coming back from the torn ACL, and they expect him back, somewhere early to mid-season, Terry. But you got to figure that the difficulty, even as young as he is, coming back from that injury, even if he plays through the full season, it really probably wouldn't be till year 2 of coming back where he's really at 100%.
I mean, you got to think about this. I talk about this all the time when you talk about these injuries that these major NFL players get. Not only are they trying, this a normal person, if you were to tear your ACL, how hard is it to get back to be a normal person that just walks around and goes to your office, right? It's tough. It's going to take 9 months at least for you to get back to normal. These guys are superior athletes, and they have to get to that level. So, again, I wouldn't be surprised if it took a little longer for him to get to that level. But for him to get to this level instead of this level, it's still 99% of the people in the world can't be there. So him being there is better than most people being here.
And when he gets back, the hope there is you've got Jadarian Price, who's running well, and it's somewhat running back by committee because there's several running backs over there with the Seattle Seahawks right now. So you don't have to put the entire load on Charbonnet.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a good point. But most NFL teams do have that 1-2 punch. Seahawks had it for most of last season, and with Charbonnet and K9. So that's kind of what they need in the NFL these days because they take a beating back there.
They do. There's so much tread that gets worn off on these tires every single day. But again, we look at a guy like Price. He spent time in Notre Dame when he was at Notre Dame sharing carries. So he comes in with pretty fresh legs. He wasn't a guy that was carrying a college program for 4 years all by himself. So we'll get some time until Charbonnet gets back with a guy that has some pretty fresh, some pretty young, some pretty good legs.
How about before we get to the break, we look at the Julian Neal taking the 3rd round cornerback out of Arkansas, and you look at the TCU safety in Bud Clark. Those two guys came in and kind of lit the world on fire before they even took the field, just with their mouths, their personalities. And have you had a chance to listen to much of them? And what do you think of the importance of having that kind of character on your team?
Well, you look at this team, and traditionally for the last decade, the Seahawks have had a lot of characters on this team, right? We haven't had a lack of people who know how to talk in front of a camera and a microphone. So I think it's a great addition to have these guys, to have these characters, to have these personalities, and it doesn't hurt that they could play football.
And they're going to be on HBO Hard Knocks, which is going to take it to another level.
Yeah.